Reach into the love. Reach into the love. Reach into the love. Reach into the love. Take it, Keith. Open up my heart, the pain made low. Open up my heart, the pain let's go. Reach into the love. 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 Oh, reach into the love. Oh, reach into the, reach into the, reach into the. Thank you. That's hot off the press. Thank you. Thank you. Great job, choir.
Good morning. I am Rev Ogun Holder, your senior minister here, and welcome to apparently another rock and roll day here at Uni on the River. That was totally amazing. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I don't know if y'all, I was headbanging. So let's just, what's that? You saw the hair flopping? Your power of imagination is really strong today. There we go. Yeah, let's center ourselves here in the energy. As you are able, please stand and take the hand of someone next to you. As we ground ourselves in the energy, as we realize the truth that the presence of God is here with us, because you are here with us. Let's sing together, Surely the Presence. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Surely the presence of God is here because you are here. Because you are the presence, you are the power, you are the love, you are the energy, you are the expression. Each and every one of you, each and every one of us is God made real. And we come together in spiritual community to celebrate that. We come together in spiritual community to remember that truth. To remember, to bring it back together, to bring it back to oneness. This is the truth of who we are. And this is the truth that we walk with each and every day. So it is, so let it be. Amen. Amen. So it is.
And this is what you have to say. Yeah, I release and I let go. I let the spirit of my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the spirit.
Thank you, Maura. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Unity on the River. We are a church of celebration, inspiration, transformation, spirit-centeredness, oneness, and joy. That is who we are. Take those core values. You can feel the energy of them, can't you, as we think about those together. Take those core values, feel them deeply in your heart as we center ourselves this morning by saying the vision and the mission of Unity on the River. Our mission statement: we are a vibrant spiritual community that celebrates the presence in all and awakens humanity to its divinity. And let's say our vision together. Centered in love, we joyously co-create a world of oneness, peace, and harmony. That is who we are, and that's what we're here to do. Good morning. My name is Jackie Woodside, and I will be facilitating services with you this morning with our beloved Rev Ogun Holder, who we love and adore. We have been, as you know, studying the wonderful, wonderful book by Michael Lerner called The Untethered Soul. And yes, I was thinking that. I was thinking Michael Singer. I was just seeing if you're all paying attention. With Michael Singer, thank you, Michael Singer's book, The Untethered Soul. And who's Michael Lerner, by the way? Someone who I've crossed. That show. The Waltons. Nice. I could have just stepped right over that one, couldn't I? Yeah, good. Nice. I'm doing fine. Okay, good. Anyway, so we're going to finish that today, so I never have to do that one again. Yeah, we're completing that book series today by looking more deeply into the creation, how we create our lives in spiritual freedom as we untether our souls. So that's a little bit of what we will be doing this morning. We are going to welcome anyone that is with us today for the first time. We love to welcome new friends to our ministry. So if you are visiting with us for the first time today, and you would be so kind as to just raise your hand so someone from our congregation could come and say hello to you. Welcome. Good morning. Up here, they're going to bring you a flower. Welcome. In the back. Over here. Anyone on this side? Anyone over here? No? Jenna up here. Yeah, there you go. Willing to raise your hand. There's someone behind you there. So our ushers are just giving you a flower and a welcome packet, and someone from our hospitality team will say hello to you after services, take you to the welcome table, and see if there's any questions that you have. Please know that we do welcome all paths to God, and that your presence here with us as a spiritual community enriches our experience today. So thank you for spending the morning with us. Also, we want to say good morning to our live streamers, hey, out there in streaming land. We're glad that you are with us as well. All right, we have a couple of celebrations and invitations this morning. Oh, gosh, that's me. Hi. So you might have heard, if you're on Facebook and at all connected with me, that I published a new book 2 weeks ago called Calming the Chaos. Thank you. And really thank you for all the support I got from many of you on Facebook and LinkedIn in the release of my book. So because this is my spiritual home, I am speaking on Sunday, May 10th, Mother's Day. I will be facilitating and leading services that day with a talk called The Mother of All Spiritual Practices, and because it's Mother's Day, and I thought that would be a fun twist. And then afterwards, I will be doing a workshop, about an hour-long talk on my book called Calming the Chaos, a soulful guide to managing your energy rather than your time. So if anyone has any chaos in their life, feel free to join me and spend some time together. And just one other announcement. We have been, as a community, engaged in a process that we call our Conscious Conversations process. And what that means is we have the opportunity to sit together with some volunteers and leaders of the church to talk about how it's going here at Unity on the River, what you're feeling strongly and positively about, and where you'd like to see some adjustments made. It's an important process every year, and from that, the board and staff distill our goals for the year. So that's the purpose of those conversations, not just tell us what you think and then we're going to ignore you. So that process has been going on, and we wanted to let you know that if you've not yet had the opportunity to meet with anyone to have that conversation, the questions are available via a link in our newsletter that is called Conscious Connections. Again, just seeing if you're paying attention. The Conscious Connections is our newsletter where we're talking about our conscious conversations. Do we get any more conscious around here? So please, we do want to hear from you. So it's just a series of questions. There is a link in the newsletter. So if you just haven't read the last couple ones, although I know you all just feverishly read your newsletter every Friday when it comes in. But if you missed the last couple of them, just search your inbox. You'll find it in your email and go and find those questions and respond to that via that link. Okay? Great. This is the time in our service, I think. Make sure I'm paying attention. Yes, where we greet one another in love. In our community, we greet one another by saying namaste. The divine in me beholds and greets the divine in you. So I greet you this morning with love. Namaste. Please greet one another with a handshake or a hug.
When you don't know where you're going, hardly know where you've been. You're worried and frightened and feeling you've nowhere to turn to. All you need is a little faith. A little faith, a little hope, a little hope, lots of love. No one said life would be easy. We all have pain and broken hearts. When your soul longs for comfort, all you need is a little faith, a little faith, a little hope, lots of love. And you can believe life is full of mystery. Every day, take a deep breath and breathe out a prayer, and you will find peace inside. Take it away, Keith. is full of mystery. Miracles happen every day. Take a deep breath and breathe out here, and you will find peace inside. So when you're feeling much better, be grateful your spirit is at ease. The next time you're facing a challenge, just remember all you need is a little faith, a little faith, a little hope, a little hope, lots of love. A little faith, a little faith, a little hope, a little hope, lots of love. A little faith, a little faith, a little hope, a little hope, lots of love. A little faith, a little faith, a little hope, a little hope, lots of love.
Nicely done. Thank you, Brian. So earlier last week, I got inspired to set an intention for myself, which is this time next year, my goal and my plan is to run the Boston Marathon. It's going to take a lot of faith and a lot of hope. I might have to tweak that song a little bit. Well, yeah, the love is here. That's what I said. It's the faith and hope and a lot of practice. A marathon has kind of been on my bucket list for a while, especially since I started running. And, you know, it's the mother, basically, of all marathons. So... here's the thing, though. Right now, I basically run a good, steady, strong 13-minute mile. Yeah. Those of you who listen, okay, the people who are cheering are obviously not runners. Okay, and so you know, 13 minutes per mile. A marathon is like what, 22, 23 miles, 26 miles. So basically, if I do the math, carry the one, if I start on Monday with everybody else, I'll be done by Tuesday afternoon. So, you know, it's obviously something I will have to work my way up to. So you know, being the good student that I am, I go do some research. And I found this, a couple of sites and articles that say if you want to train, what you want to do is assess where your level is at right now, and basically kind of add a mile for whatever you can do now. So like every 2 weeks, every week or two, add another mile, you know, and get comfortable with that, then add another mile. This is just if you want to finish the marathon. If you want to do a good time, there's a whole other program. So I just want to finish. So I'm going to go with that plan. So Thursday morning, I set out. I usually do about 4 miles I'm comfortable with. And I discovered in Newburyport that rail trail. You know about the rail trail in Newburyport? There's a picture of it. It's a nice paved trail. It used to be a railway track that ran from the shore up to wherever, I don't know. And it's paved, and there's lots of art on it, and so on. And it runs up to the train station. And from my front door, if I run along the water for a while, and then hit the trail and go to the train station and back. Round trip is 4 miles exactly. Okay, so I've done that a couple times, 4 miles. So I decided, okay, so if I'm going to add another mile, I need to go a little bit further than the train station, and I look on my map, and on the map, on Google Maps, the trail goes past the train station, okay? Now here's the problem, though, with what happened when I started running, is that when you look at maps, they don't always tell you what's there, okay? So if you can follow the blue line from the top of the picture, the little red dot, that's where I started in Newburyport, ran down, across the water, took the left, running, and where it says Newburyport with the little blue thing, that's the train station. And according to the map, the trail continued on the other side of the parking lot. Now, as you can see, when I got into the parking lot, I had a little trouble finding where the trail picked up. So the blue dot is my running path. I have an app that tracks my runs, okay? So the blue dot is showing you exactly where I ran. And as you can see, I got a little discombobulated. Because when I hit that parking lot, I could not find where the trail picked up, okay? I couldn't find where the trail picked up. I ran into the parking lot. I ran to where the map said it should be, and I didn't see it, so I ran back thinking maybe it was on the street the way over, and so I'm running back out of the parking lot, and then I check my map again. It's like, no, it's there. So I run into the parking lot. I think I find it, and so I run over to the right, and next thing I know, I'm about to run up a ramp to get on Route 1. I'm like, that's not right. So I got to turn around and come back, and finally I see it. And the reason I didn't see it before was because of my expectation that it was going to look like the rest of the rail trail I had already run. A nice, smooth path. On the rail trail, there's sculptures, and it's beautiful, and everybody's running and looking healthy and so on. Okay, that goes up to the train station, but after the train station, it kind of looks like that. It was grassy, it was muddy, it was rocky, and as I ran up to it and saw it, I stopped for about a second. So when I run, my goal is this, never to stop running. Even if I am running at a pace where people who are walking are passing me, at least I'm running, okay? So never to stop running. But I hit this and I stopped because I was like, this can't be right. Okay, pulling out my map, looking at the map, looking at this. There's no other alternative. This must be it. But this can't be right because of what I just left. Okay, and in that moment, I was like, there's my Sunday talk. There's my Sunday talk. So I pull out my camera and I take a picture. Then another frustration was when I pulled out the phone, I took the picture, it restarted the running app, so I had to start the whole thing over again. I didn't know how many miles I was running. It was a whole mess. It was a whole mess for a while. But last week we talked about getting out of our comfort zones. We're looking at the untethered soul. This Thursday is the last time we will meet to talk about this book. And those of you who've been coming out and watching online, I'm really grateful. Getting in some juicy conversations that are pushing us to the edge of our boundaries of transformation, okay? And many of you who are not in the group and are not watching online are still reading the book, and you're telling me how great it is. So I'm really glad. One of the things that is my goal, my life's purpose, I think, is to facilitate the transformation of consciousness, not just my own, but everybody's. That's what we do here at Unity of the River. I like to say we create the conditions for the transformation of consciousness. And we invite you into that. Now, it's your choice, how much of it you want to do. But this is what the untethered soul is telling us. You want transformation, it's a choice, And what happens is when we get to the edge of our comfort zone, like I did when I got to the end of that paved trail, it can be a little confusing at times. We don't know what's next. And then it doesn't look like what we expected. And the tendency is to turn around. I kept running on that muddy trail for a while, and it was hilarious because I'm running, and here's the thoughts that are running through my head. One, I'm going to muddy up my running shoes, and I like these shoes. Two, where is everybody else? Like, there's nobody on here. Should I even be here? Because there's nobody else. And we kind of sometimes, when we get to that place past our comfort zones or to the edge of the comfort zone, we feel very lonely, like we're the only people going through this thing, And then I ran, I kept running, I say, because on the map it says it goes to like this wildlife conservation area, which in my head for some reason I'm thinking looks like a park. I don't know why I think that, but I never made it that far because about halfway there, then there's a place where in the trail there's a gate and big signs, do not enter. Like 4 signs, and there's images of people, cutouts of people falling and getting electrocuted and all kinds of stuff. I mean, they didn't want me in there. So I was like, okay, maybe today I'll just stop and turn around. But by the time I got back home all the way, it was 6.5 miles. And my Facebook post was, I ran 6.5 miles, don't be impressed. I only meant to run 5 and got lost, which is kind of what happens. But when we allow ourselves to open up and take that chance, as the book always says, breathe through the pain of the discomfort of change. Breathe through getting past to the edge of that comfort zone, and we step forward. We want to step forward. We want to step into it. Part of the thing that keeps us back is these little lies that we tell ourselves. We are all really good liars. Well, let me not throw everybody under the bus. I'm a good liar. I'm a very good liar. I know you don't want to hear this about your minister. But you know what? We're still fairly new. We're still getting to know each other. Might as well lay everything on the table early on so you don't find out later and then it doesn't end well. That's what I say about relationships. Just put everything on the table at the beginning, then you sort things out. Okay? So here's proof evidence that I am a good liar. We are at a board retreat and our icebreaker activity. We had to go around the circle, each person, just an icebreaker, okay? So each person had to say 3 things, one of which was a lie, and the other people had to guess. And you got points if A, you were able to fool people, and then B, when it was their turn, you were able to guess what their lie was, okay? So here's the 3 things I said, and I'll let you guys play now to prove to you. So here's my 3 things. Here's the 3 things I said. 1, I climbed the Eiffel Tower. 2, I walked on the Great Wall of China. 3, I yodeled on an iceberg, on a what do you call those things? Glacier in the Swiss Alps. Those were the 3 things I said. I climbed the Eiffel Tower, walked the Great Wall of China, yodeled on a glacier in the Swiss Alps. Now, if you think the Eiffel Tower was the lie, raise your hand. If you think the Great Wall of China was the lie, raise your hand. If you think the yodeling on the glacier was the lie, raise your hand. All right. Here's the lie. The lie was, I walked on the Great Wall of China. Okay? Now, people got all excited. They're like, yeah, we got him. He's the lie. Yeah. But if you look, it was kind of pretty split. Okay? Here's the thing about telling good lies. If you want to be a good liar, the things you learn in church. If you want to be a good liar, you have your lie has to be simple and believable relative to the other things that you usually say. Okay? Simple and believable relative to the things you... So those 3 things I said, they're all kind of pretty out there, but relative to each other, they're fairly believable. Okay? By the way, I won the game at the board retreat. Okay? This just tells you. Not only am I good at it, but I'm good at detecting it. Be warned. Just letting you all know. Okay? But we do a really good job of lying to ourselves and telling ourselves these little, simple, believable lies that prevent us from truly embracing and stepping out of the comfort zone into the transformation, into what's next. Here's one of them that I use on myself a lot. I will hurt other people if I do this thing that is calling me out of my comfort zone. Whether it's the internal transformation comfort zone or even something in my life, I'm going to hurt other people. That's not entirely wrong. Other people may get hurt, but they may get hurt simply because of the expectations that they had about you, that you were disappointed. You were disappointing their expectations. They may get hurt because they don't want to lose you. They may get hurt because they were all comfortable with who you were in your comfort zone. Here's another really simple, believable thing we tell ourselves. I am okay where I am. I am okay where I am. That's not entirely wrong either. Go back to my Boston Marathon training plan. I'm okay running 4 miles every day. Is that going to get me to the point where I am? No. I need to run further. I need to run more miles. Now, I'm also okay running that same 4-mile path back and forth, back and forth, back and forth all the time. Run it 3 or 4 times, add up my miles that way. But is that pushing me out of my comfort zone? Because it's a relatively flat path, so I'm not building up any endurance, And I'll get so used to running that path that if I go run another path, it's going to bowl me over. So we tell ourselves these little, let's say, things that are true but not entirely true, if we're not as comfortable with the word lie. But I'm comfortable with that word because it's not true about who we are and what we do. Here's what he says in The Untethered Soul. Limitations and boundaries only exist at the places where you stop going beyond. If you never stop, then you go beyond boundaries, beyond limitations, beyond the sense of a restricted self. Beyond is infinite in all directions. Beyond is infinite in all directions. And the limitations and boundaries only exist at the place where you stop. So where are you stopping in your lives? Where are you stopping? If you want to go further, there's only really one question you have to ask yourselves. One simple question. Do you want to be happy? Do you want to be happy? That's the only question you have to answer yourself. Because if you know that you want to be happy, what's going to happen is you are going to make a choice to not resist life events as they come to you. Not resist them. A lot of what happens, a lot of the source of our unhappiness and discomfort in life is that we resist. We resist when things come. We resist the pain, the discomfort. We resist the transformation they're pulling us into. We resist opening up ourselves. We resist being vulnerable. We resist digging so deep into a spiritual practice that we often lose ourselves in it. We're scared to do that. I'm scared to do that a lot. And it's not scared because of what I may be letting go. I'm also scared of what I'm going to find when I get there. Because that's a piece of it as well. When I was on that trail running, I was scared because I'd never been there before. I didn't know what was there. And then I see all these signs that are basically threatening death and dismemberment. But the trail continued beyond that. And I could have said, let me just keep going. But that's the boundary, that's the limitation that I put on myself for that day. And we do this with ourselves as well when it comes to our spiritual transformation and unfoldment. We do put some boundaries on ourselves, which is okay, unless we want to go beyond. Unless we want to go beyond. And this is in all areas of our lives. To give you a perfect example, when it's time to share offerings on Sunday morning, so I've been in church for a long, long time. From the time I was a kid, I've been involved in church some way, some form or the other. I do a lot of reading about church and studies and so on. And one of the things that they say is pretty much true about people is that when they walk in the door, they already know how much they're going to give on Sunday morning. They already know how much they're going to give. And there's really nothing I'm going to say that's going to change that. Okay? People already know. They have a predetermined amount, which I am okay with. You guys are given. That's a good thing. However, if you want to get out your comfort zone, I'm just using that as an example. If you want to get out of your comfort zone, if you want to stretch, if you want to really experience what the limitless abundance of this universe can offer, part of that means you have to give more. That means you have to give a little beyond your comfort zone. So if you came in with the preconceived idea, I'm giving $5 today. I don't care how good the music is. I'm giving $5 today. And then you come in and the band blows you away and you're like, I'm giving $5 today. Because that's what it came in with. Because that's what you're comfortable with. Because you look at your checking account, you look at whatever, and you say, you know what, I want to give, but I only feel comfortable giving 5. Great. If you really want to stretch yourselves, give 6. That's not a huge leap, but it is a stretch. Give 6 for a couple of weeks, and then when you get comfortable with that 6, maybe you give 8. And then if you get comfortable with that for a few weeks, maybe then you notch it up to 10. Stretching a little bit beyond your comfort zone. If you're throwing in a check for $680, you want to stretch a little bit, $750. If you're already giving $680, you need a bigger stretch than $2. You know what I'm saying? All right? If you really want to stretch us all, write that check out for like $1,000. Yeah, who wants to stretch that much, right? But this is what it's like. This is what stretching beyond our comfort zone does. We don't know what we are capable of until we do it. And this goes for everything. The way we love, the way we give, the compassion that we have for others. We don't know what we are capable of until we do it. Is it going to be uncomfortable? Yes. Might it hurt? Yes. But here's the truth. The truth is that in order to get there, we have to release any preconceived ideas we have of what it means when it hurts and what it means when it's uncomfortable. Are you going to survive the pain? Absolutely. Are you going to survive the discomfort? I guarantee it, because you will step into a new level of comfort. And here in Unity, we are blessed because we have, Charles Fillmore, our co-founder, talked about 12 spiritual gifts, powers, faculties we have, 12 spiritual abilities. And one of them is elimination, letting go. It is part of our spiritual DNA, the gift of letting things go, the gift of releasing. And that is the ultimate key to step in further beyond the comfort zone. Releasing the thoughts, the fears, the judgments of ourselves, the preconceived notions of what will happen when we do. When we step beyond a comfort zone, when we release the limitations and the boundaries, we're just stepping into freedom. We are stepping into freedom. So this is my invitation for you this week. Ask yourself again, where's that limitation and boundary that I've established in my own inner spiritual transformation and even in my outer life? And what can I release? Call in on that divine power within you to let things go. What can I release that will get me there, that will get me over that hump, that get me into that place of freedom, that will allow me to stretch beyond my own imaginations? I want you to affirm something with me. I'm going to say it once, and I want you to repeat it. With my divine power, I release all that no longer serves me. With my divine power, I release all that no longer serves me. So say it again. With my divine power, I release all that no longer serves me. I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And we're going to say that one more time. With my divine power, I release all that no longer serves me. I'm going to invite you to say it to yourselves, not out loud, but really, really breathe into your heart space and embody that. With my divine power, I release all that no longer serves me. And in saying that, if you feel the discomfort, if you feel the anxiety, simply keep the heart open and breathe into that. Breathe into that, because you know the other side of it is freedom. Spiritual freedom, emotional freedom, mental freedom, psychological freedom. You're not alone. And you have all the power within you. The truth of who we are. Divine, limitless. And only we keep ourselves from experiencing the fullness of that. I release all that no longer serves. Let's take this into some meditation.
In the stillness of this moment, there is peace, there is peace. In the stillness of this moment, there is peace, there is peace. And I rest and trust, breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment, there is peace. In the stillness of this moment, there is peace, there is peace. In the stillness of this moment, there is peace, there is peace. And I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment, there is peace.
So taking a deeper breath. Allowing our awareness to center on our heart space. We simply allow that heart space to open. Breathing into it. If you feel more comfortable and want to put a hand over your heart, just do so and allow yourself to breathe into that tender, yet invincible center of our being. Centering in the realization of the truth that freedom is ours. Freedom is what we were meant to be, who we were born to be. It is the highest and best that we are being called to. And we need simply release the limitations and the boundaries that we have set on ourselves. And we do so remembering that should fear and discomfort arise, we simply breathe into it. Breathe and remember the divine of us. The divine of us that is limitless, the divine of us that truly cannot be injured, that will sustain us. The divine of us that is the comfort throughout the change and the pain of change. The divine of us that is the limitless energy and power to stay on that path of transformation. The divine of us that is the strength and courage to step beyond the comfort zone, to stretch, to give more, to love more, to be more. My divine power, release all that no longer serves. I release all. Take that into the silence for a few moments. I release all. My divine power, I release all that no longer serves. And I do so trusting and knowing that I am safe and never alone. And for all the names in this prayer box, we extend the same trust and faith, knowing that they too are never alone, that they are always safe, that they are always part of the oneness that is God. We hold that intention for them now, and if there should be others for whom you hold that intention as well, simply say their names out loud. Jennifer. Mary. Rhonda. We do so in faith, knowing that all works together for ultimate good, for ultimate freedom. And so it is. And so we let it be.
In the stillness of this moment, there is love. There is love. In the stillness of this moment, there is love, there is love, and I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment, there is love. Let's sing of the joy. In the stillness of this moment, there is joy, there is joy. In the stillness of this moment, there is joy, there is joy. And I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment there is joy.
So this is our time in our service where we share our gifts and love offerings and tithes. And should this be the moment you want to stretch a little bit, we will gratefully help you with that. And if it's not, that's okay too. That's okay too. While you're preparing your love offerings, I want to invite our prayer chaplains to please stand. They're wearing the white sashes, and they are here to pray with you. That is a beautiful stole thing. Wow, look at that. It's not white, you're right. But they're here to pray with you after service, whether it be a prayer of concern or prayer of celebration. They're here for you, and we thank them for their service. Also want to invite our streamers to get in on the giving and the stretching there too. There should be a donate button where you're watching, and if there's not, you're watching this later on YouTube, go to our homepage, uniontheriver.org, and give there as well. I think that's it. Let's bless our offering with the blessing. Together, divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I know you can do a little thing. While they start passing that, I wanted to remind you guys that we have more love offering tickets for the spring fling. Last week I announced we had a few tickets. Elaine, raise your hand. Elaine's the person you see for the tickets. Elaine educated me, and this is part of my New England transition, that when I say the word few, people might think 2 or 3, okay? When I say the word few in my head, I'm thinking like a dozen, because when I use the word some, I'm in my 20s. When I think the word a lot, we're talking about hundreds, okay? So I got a whole different math thing in my head, apparently. So Elaine says they're 20? So we got about, I'm going to use numbers, not words anymore. We have 18, 20, somewhere around there, love offering tickets, which means they are $20. So if purchasing a ticket for the spring fling at the $40 rate was something that was a little bit beyond your means right now, and you want to take advantage of that $20 rate, please see Elaine after service. Was there anything else I needed to say about that? Encourage everyone to come. Be encouraged to come, everyone. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. We're going to dance. We're going to have some fun. By the way, in case you didn't realize this, there's going to be a dinner. There's a dinner and dance. Okay, so the fact that there's going to be food, there's going to be dancing, on a Friday night for $40, I think that's a pretty good deal. I don't know where else you're going to go get that deal. You get to see me humiliate myself on the dance floor. I mean, that's a priceless. We should charge extra for that. And as you remember, we're going to be auctioning off some really fun experiences with me this summer. So you want to come out and take advantage of that. So I think that's it. We're about done. All right, well, that was timed perfectly. Will there be yodeling? I'm not saying there will be. I'm not saying there won't be. That's all I got to say about that. So let's take a moment and ground ourselves in the energy of gratitude as we give thanks for these gifts that are a reflection of the limitless abundance that we are as spiritual community. So it is, so we let it be. Amen.
Good morning, good morning. Just a few more announcements. There'll be Tai Chi with Tai Chi Master Nicanor Snow, $10 suggested love offering per class. He's also a talented DJ and will be DJing the Spring Fling as well. Metaphysics 4, there's still slots available, $140. You do not need to have taken any other metaphysics classes. 120 through today. So today's the last day to get the last early bird special, $120. Thank you, Amy. Mother's Day social will be Sunday, May 10th in Youth and Family after service. And we welcome Dr. Michael Murdat again Sunday, May 17th, he'll be doing a service, and he'll be also doing a workshop afterwards as well. You can sign up in hospitality. He'll be doing the evening song service that Wednesday later in the week as well. And he'll be doing an evening of miracles on Thursday, May 21st as well, at 7 p.m. in the sanctuary. And lastly, spring cleanup. Saturday, May 2nd. We often come here on Sundays. Thank you, I'm very dirty, thank you. We often come here to cleanse our mental state on Sundays. This is a great opportunity to return the favor to our spiritual home and our beautiful sanctuary. So please, come see me. Please come see me in hospitality. I have a sign-up list, and I get very lonely. So I look forward to talking to you. Thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you, Seth. When I drove in this morning at about an hour before services, I saw Lou Trottier out along the side picking up trash that had blown over there, and I thought, this is just the kind of community that we are, always here doing service and loving this community. So there you are, Lou. So thank you for doing that for us. So yeah, it's awesome. So whoever can get on board and come along, be sure to help with our spring cleanup. That's awesome. And we are so grateful for all of the hearts and hands that it takes to create services here at Unity on the River every week. We're grateful for, of course, our music team and choir. Maura, I noticed that you wrote the first song, our opening Congo this morning. That was beautiful. So thank you for that.
The choir, go bring.
Our Sunday service coordinators, PowerPoint team, streaming technicians and sound, all of the people there in the back, thank you for your loving service to this community. Hospitality, all of the people that are taking care of feeding us after services, welcoming greeters, the bookstore that's out there. I forgot to mention that my book is out in the bookstore, so be sure that you hop over there if you want to grab. I think there's only three, not a few. There are 3 copies left of it. I will bring more. There's just one? Okay, good. And I have one under my seat. There we go. I have one under my seat, and I will bring more next week as well. All right, so we are blessed. And all of the other teams up there that you see, and also our Board of Trustees. If there's anyone from the Board of Trustees who is at services today, if you would please stand and be recognized. There we go. Mark, Elaine, Paula. Excellent. So if you have any questions about our ministry, please see any of these people, or of course also see any of our fine staff. And I believe we're going to shine a little bit with Brian Dozer. Bring it on, Brian.
I give a shout out. There's some exceptional singing going on right in the middle of the section over here.
Very nice. Best Congo ever. Come on, Brian.
Why should I fear man when you made the heavens? Oh, why should I be afraid when you put the stars in place? Oh, why should I lose heart when I know how great you are? Why should I give up when your plans are full of love? In this world we will have trouble, but you have overcome the world, and you shine brighter than the brightest star. And your love is purer than the purest heart. You shine, giving us the courage and strength to follow you. Why should I fear man when you made the heavens? Why should I be afraid when you put the stars in place? Why should I lose heart when I know how great you are? Why should I give up when your plans are full of love? And you shine brighter than the brightest star. Your love is purer than the purest heart. You shine, filling us with courage and strength. Follow you. In this world we will have trouble, but you have overcome the world, and you shine brighter than the brightest star. Your love is purer than the purest heart, and you shine, giving us the courage and strength to follow you. You shine brighter than the brightest star. Your love is purer than the purest heart. You shine, filling us with courage and strength to follow you. Shine, oh, you shine, oh, you shine, oh, you shine, you shine.
Brian Dozer! Shining his light.
We do music. Please welcome in our youth and family ministries.
Hello. Good morning. Today we talked about energy and what energy was, and its power and strength. And we tried sound. We played with sound bars, sound therapy, tuning forks, and to feel the energy and the power all around us. So yeah, and today, and it's the month of April, so it's the power of wisdom. Yay, yellow.
All right, are any of the children going to pray with Reverend Ogun? Hannah wanted to go with Reverend Ogun, and if you would stand as and join hands as we complete our service by singing our peace song.
light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us.
The power
Power of God protects us.
the
The presence of God watches over us.
everybody.
Wherever we are, God is, and all is well, and we are richly blessed.
Have a good week. Reach into the love. Reach into the love. Reach into the